You're listening to SMSF Connect podcast on i-radiolive that brings you programs covering a variety of genres under development.
Welcome back, and in this part 2 of our episode of Let's Connect with Garba Diallo, we continue our conversation and know more about the work of Crossing Border directly through its founder and director. You shared a lot about how you're bringing youth to your offices through different means, mechanisms. Someone are coming for the different programs, which you call them. So for the interest of our listeners, are they on invitation basis? Do they apply as interns? What is the way that youth can get connected with you?
Okay, very interesting. First of all, we used to run a school actually, where students from all over the world, including India, came to study for 6 months.
Okay.
And this is non-formal, non-academic education. They come because they want to come, and when they come, they have a variety of subjects to choose from. Mm-hmm. They tailor their own, curriculum. And then they study together with other people. And they live together 24 hours. Actually, they keep on learning 24 hours.
What age group comes to you?
Minimum 18.
Minimum 18 till?
And no maximum. I have 18 people, 80 years old, 90 years old, former lawyers.
Wow.
Because it's about lifelong learning.
Yes, so interesting.
You come because you want to come. And you pay for it, actually. And you stay because you want to stay, and you learn 24 hours together with others. Okay. By working together, by facilitating, by debating, by entering into a dialogue.
Interesting.
So it's a special colleges. It's called people's colleges.
Okay, and this is self-paid.
Self-paid. It's subsidized by the Danish government because they appreciate and they understand and appreciate the value of this, because you go there, you learn, this personal development. I have had many people, like for example, I've had more than 65 youth leaders from the ANC Youth League in South Africa. Many of them found out actually they were interested in something else.
Okay.
I also have, people from Afghanistan who ended up saying, okay, they become filmmakers instead of, they were supposed to be medical doctors. Because the parents send them, you have to be, have to study medicine.
Okay.
Or many people from the Middle East who are supposed to be lawyers, they end up doing something else.
Oh,
They
wow.
become journalists and vice versa, because it gives you a space to reflect and find out actually what you are good at, what you are interested in.
Yes.
So it's very, very interesting, and that's our teaching and facilitation now also is based on that. But then the people who come to Crossing Borders, they come individually, they apply as interns. Many of them come through different universities, that be partnership through the Erasmus program, Young Entrepreneurship Program. And now we have several coming through the Italian Chamber of Commerce in Denmark.
Interesting. Okay.
So all kind of people, and then also sometimes through our project, coming from Ghana or from Kenya or from other countries, who are also involved in our project.
That's interesting.
Yeah, it's a matter of coming not for the certificate, but coming for learning to live, to work, and collaborate with other people.
And for our youth and the young audience and listeners, I'm sure this could be a life-changing experience.
Life-changing, life-changing.
It's a life-changing experience. So let's shift the focus of our conversation to our specific initiative now.
Okay.
Women Empowerment in Local Development in India. So, which is implemented in partnership with Segal Foundation and Crossing Border. So what is, in your opinion, has been the biggest success of this project? Now we are in the phase 2. So almost been 3 years that, this project is ongoing. Phase 1 was, I think, for 1 year, and now phase 2, which is the 2-year project. What's been your experience of this partnership project?
I think we have to start with ourselves. We learned a lot from you. That's one thing. The other thing is that we've seen women start to talk. Start to talk, with, head up and then open eyes.
Yes.
And they start to bring their daughters. And also they start to bring their husband to listen, to learn.
Yeah.
Because the husband used to be, just somewhere because they're supposed to know everything.
Yes.
But now they bring them. And then also focusing on the most important things. The whole world is talking about sustainability. Water is life. Agriculture is life. And in terms of development, the only development is actually the local development.
Yeah.
It's not India going to the moon or anything, but the local people in their local area, their local self-confidence and dignity, and to live with their land, because we have nothing more than the land we have, the planet. There are some slogans saying that we have only one Earth. There are not many planets.
Yes.
We have not quite all the exploration and the smart guys in Bengal. It's not. We have not found any other planet where we can move to. So take care of this. And also the other slogan is that we have not inherited this land, the earth, from our parents, but we borrowed it from our kids.
Kids, yes.
And people are supposed to love their kids and grandkids, so we should hand it back, in the best
Better
possible
way.
way.
Right. Yeah.
The other thing is all over. Actually, it's just basic. Development is local, and after that it can be global.
True.
And then you are in the countryside working with, thousands of villages.
Villages, yes.
All the product in the world comes from the villages, from the countryside. The cities are if you compare the cities and the countryside is like low cost. The cities are low cost. Just grab and eat everything and pollute and throw away. Whereas the countryside actually the bees that pollinate and pollinate and sustain everything.
Yeah. And a very interesting thing that I have seen in this project, particularly in the women, school and where the capacity building happens, is the way the games are devised. So interesting games of Ludo and Snake and Ladder has been redesigned to fit a concept which teaches them, whether it was on nutrition, on the empowerment index. So it was very interesting, and with a lot of interest and curiosity how women used to learn, because a simple game like Ludo or Snake and Ladder also, they haven't get exposure to that ever. So learning in a very different way through game methodology of utilizing games was very interesting when I visited one of the centers. So
yeah, definitely, it's so interesting because also learning should be fun.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Yes.
The women in the countryside or villagers, they don't have the luxury to go and sit there and listen to sermons.
Yeah. Yes.
They have to do it. It has to be active fun, where they also showcase their skills.
Their skills and yes.
So it's absolutely important, and then games are so important. We had. Yesterday, I was attending a General Assembly online from Nigeria. They were using games. They have this, teach the child focusing on SDG number 4, quality education.
Yes, quality education.
That's what we need. Quality education should be also connected to the reality. It should be a school in reality, not a school based on Latin or some old thing that nobody is using, so absolutely. But we are learning, actually, I think we are learning more from you than the other way around, really. And that's all respect and, gratefulness that we collaborate with you.
Yeah, so it is mutual because you, crossing border is making this thing what we call the glocal. So a very local issue is becoming a global in nature, and we thank Crossing Borders for that, to take it to that level. So yes, empowerment is a term we hear a lot today, whether in our projects and at other places also. From your perspective, what are the key milestones in the empowerment journey of a woman?
I think the fact that they start to participate, they start to take leadership, especially the school, and then also the meetings.
Yeah.
They start to take the time to go to the meetings because they have something to bring to the table.
Yes.
And they have a seat at the table. I think these are milestones. And of course, this is a very small project considering, just India or the whole world. I mean, this is a small things, but then also the small drops, make the ocean at the end. But the other thing is actually we are about to develop a project in Nepal inspired by the Women Empowerment Project in Bihar, in India.
Yeah.
That's also a milestone. And then many of our people have never actually been to India, except maybe they thought about going there, to take photos, to go to Taj Mahal. But now we go to learn. So this is also a milestone that our connection, our partnership, our sharing of knowledge and experiences, and also I was thinking actually about the project, the way they wrote it, because most of the things are in our project actually we say is that the partners have to develop the concept. Maybe we have something to give feedback and discuss back and forth.
Absolutely.
But the first concept are the partners who are doing it, because we are not a colonial organization where we design things and go and copy and impose on our partners. We cannot do that.
Right. Yeah.
And also, most of our people are coming from there. I mean, our administrator now, and then the one who started the project before, they are Indians. They know. They know. So we use the local people in our organization to connect with their countries and partners from there. So that's also the local, it's a respect of the local knowledge and local reality. I mean, the one who carries it is the one who feels it. They know. They come from there. They know the culture. They know how to, connect, communicate, and deal with the people. Not one jacket fits all.
Yes. Interesting and deep. Yes, indeed.
Thank you.
So, a special message for our podcast listeners that you would like to share.
Yes, I think the first message is together we can do it better.
Yes.
As human beings in a globalized world, we cannot do it alone. We can do it alone, but not as good as we pull together toward the same goal, based on collaboration. And to collaborate also we need to organize.
Absolutely.
At the local level. Without organization, individually I cannot do much. But together with other people, with the same, to organize around common issues, common interests, and common challenges, to pull together toward common goals, which is actually life based on equal partnership, that everyone is valued, that we have to, that everyone has piece of the truth. It's like when you are building a Lego castle, and if someone, doesn't put their piece then
properly.
there is a gap. So everyone has something.
Yeah.
Not a single one person has everything. So as human beings, we are social beings. We need to collaborate, and we have common interest. At the end of the day, our lives, the interests are connected. Therefore, we should work together. And I think it's so important that we collaborate and then focus on youth, because they are the leaders of today and tomorrow. They are the majority, and they are not they are not the one who are causing the problems, but they are paying the price, of all the conflict and the pollution that's made by old people. And then women also, Think about in Africa, we say, Mama Africa. In Latin America, the indigenous people call it Pachamama. So everywhere we need that. I'm sure if you go to, read about Hindu, also all the other aspects of life, mountains, animals, we are all connected to a body called Mother Earth, which is the only planet we have. So it's so important that we connect. And then if you go to Buddhism, everything is connected. It's not a pyramid, where you have a little bit, minority up, but holding all the power. The pyramid should be put upside down so that the majority should have more power than the few on the top of the pyramid. So that's my message. And I also thank you so much for our partnership and our, mutual learning and mutual exchange.
Thank you. Indeed, a very, very powerful message. And thank you, Garba, for joining us today and sharing your insights. It's been a pleasure having you on the podcast. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Pooja.
Thank you for being with us. Stay tuned for more. You can also listen to these podcasts on Spotify, Apple, and Google.